Okay. Now we shall move on to today's session. Okay. We are on the 10th session. Last time we saw we started looking at Purusharthas, and we looked at Dharma as a Purushartha. So what I will do now is, I think we need to catch up a little bit more for Dharma. So we will spend a little time on it and then move on to Artha and the Kama. We will briefly touch upon these two also. That we will, that way we look at the Trivarga. Apavarga is a much larger thing which we will see. It's a Vedantic discussion. So today we will talk about the practice of Dharma. Last class we were sort of more trying to understand what is this Dharma, where is it coming from, and so on. So today we will talk about the practice of Dharma, where is the source for Dharma, all that. Okay. So the first question is, what is the source for Dharma? Generally, how do we understand where is Dharma and so on? I put 3 shlokas here, as you see here. All are saying the same thing. The reason I brought all the 3 is, it's all converging to the same idea. Vedo kilo dharma moolam, smriti shile cha tadvidam, acharaschaiva sadhunam, atmanas tushtirevacha. So the dharma moola is in Veda. So for the whole world, the source, primordial source of Dharma is Veda. That's why Veda has Pravritti Dharma and Nivritti Dharma and so on. And Smriti Shile cha tadvidam, in all these ways by which Smriti has defined, that has talked about how to practice it, that tadvidam. Because Veda establishes Dharma. We saw that Income Tax Act and all that, if you remember. At that time also we talked something similar. Acharaschaiva sadhunam acharaschaiva. So Dharma, the source of Dharma is sadhunam achara. Then atmanas tushtirevacha. Only when you practice Dharma you will feel good. If you practice adharma, you can never feel good in your heart. So atmanas tushtirevacha. These are the 4 sources. Look at the other 2 shlokas, they are saying the same thing. Vedaha smritihi sadacharah, sajjananam acharah, sadacharah, swasyacha priyamatmanah. What makes you feel good? Etat chaturvidu prahuhu sakshat dharmasya lakshanam. So dharmasya lakshana lies here. These are the 4 sources. The next shloka also says the same thing. Shrutihi smritihi sadacharah, swasyacha priyamatmanah, samyak sankalpaja kamah. He added one more. That kama which is satya sankalpa. We'll see. Kama as a Purushartha, we'll see. Samyak sankalpajaha kamaha. That kama which is generated out of a good sankalpa. Dharma moolam idam smritam. These are the sources of Dharma. Therefore, there is this powerful message here. It says, Atmanas tushtirevacha. Only when we practice Dharma, we will feel good in our heart. If we try to do any adharmic thing, it will only make us feel not good. Proof of the pudding is there. So this is a very important message here. And there are many more. In fact, there are plenty about Dharma. But then I thought I will take a few and so on. Look at this shloka. It says, Na hayane na palitaihi na vittena na bandhubihi rishayas chakrire dharmam yonu chanah sano mahan. Na hayanaihi, those old and passing. No. Na hayanaihi, na palitaihi, not those who have gray hair and all that. Na vittena, not out of the money and all that. Na bandhubihi, not by relatives. Dharma is not established by these means. Rishayas chakrire dharmam. the desire of the rishis and what they practice, that is anuchana, yaha anuchanaha, those which they actually have talked about and what they have, that is sahanaha mahan dharma, that is the real dharma. It's not just this. Satya, then there is a nice definition of dharma also. How, where does dharma reside and what attributes bring more and more dharma in when we do things? Satyam, asteyam, akrodaha, hrihi, shaucham, dihi, dhritihi, damaha, samyatendriyata, vidya, dharmaha, sarva udahritaha. These are all how dharma manifests. You know, your steadfastness towards truth, asteya, not stealing, akroda, not getting steadfastness and that fortitude, damaha, sense control, samyatendriyataha, controlling your senses, vidya, good education. This is where dharma actually starts sort of radiating out. So if we are endowed with these qualities, the chances are that we will actually practice dharma through action. So that is what these shlokas are saying. Now in Ramayana and in Mahabharata, there is a lot of dharma sukshma, but I will just take this Ramayana. One shloka, this is in comes in Balakanda and Ayodhya Kandam. When Kaikeyi had asked Rama to go, that happens in the 18th Sarga. This is the 21st Sarga. Now, Kaikeyi asks Rama to go to the forest, and when he returns back in the 19th Sarga, and then Sita is very, quite confused on seeing a pale face, and after that, Lakshmana is somehow not at all for this. He feels, no, I think this lady has gone mad. Father has become old. Let's fix it. Those kinds of discussions are there. That time he says, Yasmin tu sarve syuhu asannivishtaha dharmo yataha syat tad upakrameta dveshyo bhavatyarthaparo hi loke kama atmata kalvapina prashasta. A very important point is making. Yasminstu sarve syuhu asannivishta. Suppose you are not able to take care of all the three, dharma, artha, and kama. Suppose, this is a very nice point. There is a situation in which you have to give up. It is not perfectly aligned. Then Rama says, don't give up dharma. Dharma yatsya tat upakrameta. You do only that which is, dharma. You should not do anything which is other than dharma, because in the second line he says, if you go after money, bhavati arthaparaha hi loke dveshyaha, you make a lot of money, your neighbor and your relatives get very jealous. So this making money will only make you into trouble. You will attract a lot of jealousy and irsha and matsarya and all that. Kamatmata kalopina prashasta. Somebody who goes after this kama is never respected, and he never becomes famous. Rather, he becomes infamous after some time, because he loses control of senses and so on. So Rama says, if there is a trade-off, understand very clearly the trade-off is that which will not compromise dharma, but it may sometimes compromise artha and kama. That's okay. That's the reply he is giving why he should not do all this. So in Mahabharata also there are a lot of dharma sukshma, but I want to give you two shlokas which are very profound. One is by Duryodhana. Duryodhana says, Janami dharmam nachame pravrittihi, Janami adharmam nachame nivrittihi, Kenapi devena hritistitena, Yata niyuktosmi tata karomi. He says, Janami dharmam. I know what is dharma. Nachame pravrittihi, but I am unable to practice. Janami adharmam, I know what is wrong. Nachame nivrittihi, I am not able to get out of it. He says, I am helpless. In other words, he has given up his free will because he surrendered to lust and anger and those kinds of irsha and all that. That's why it has happened. Kenapi, so he puts the blame on somebody. He says, Kenapi devena hridistitena, somebody, some deva is sitting in my heart. And the way he is directing, I am doing. So moment a person takes a position like this, that person will never use his free will because he has said the problem is somebody. A very familiar example I'll tell you, in quality management, I'm a professor of management. So in quality, in big organizations, until about 20 years back, people will say, oh, quality, there is a quality control department. They will take care of quality. What is your job? I'll mess up quality. This is what was happening. Moment you kept a separate department for quality control, it looks as though quality is their problem. I don't have to worry about quality. The fact is, I only is creating quality. They're only measuring it. I should own it. In the same way, moment Duryodhana says some deva is doing, that means he has disassociated himself from this. That's not what it is. And that is why he is not practicing dharma, he is not bringing his free will. Look at this shloka. This is also another interesting shloka. Punyasya palam icchanti, punyam ne icchanti manavaha. Palam papasya ne icchanti, papam kurvanti yatnataha. Look at this strange thing. Punyasya palam icchanti. Everybody wants punya. But they don't want to do punya. See, you do good act and then ask for punya. No. He says, punyam ne icchanti manavaha, punyasya palameva icchanti. I will not do good karya, but please give me the benefits of good karya. Palam papasya ne icchanti. Nobody wants the pala of papa, but papam kurvanti yatnataha. They make special effort to do papa. This is what in another place, I think this comes a little Sabha Parva, somebody at the beginning of Mahabharata, this comes. Whereas the Janami Dharmam, I think that comes around the Sishupala Vada, when, Krishna, that Ashwamedha Yaga at that time, I think, Rajaswa Yaga at that time it comes, I think. So, these are all telling us what are some of the nuances of dharma. In fact, dharma I can keep going on and on and on and on, quoting a lot of shlokas and so on, but I will sort of stop here because we want to look at the other purusharthas. So in a way, if you ask why there is so much of this thing about dharma, well, a good framework of dharma only will help us to get clarity of thought, leading to correct action. Otherwise, we will never get. So we have to make this prayatna all the time. The framework of dharma must be polished and always with us. It will help us live with values. It will make us a very authentic person. That's why Atmana Santushtihi, Priyamatmanaha, that which makes you happy is dharma. So we should endure for it. And to resolve ethical and moral dilemmas in life, as Rama said, that when there is a trade-off, how strong your dharma framework will help you resolve these trade-offs in life. That's why I think there is so much emphasis on dharma.